The type of combs or brushes that you use in combing your hairs, be it straight, coily, bouncy, matters a lot. I know some people might say, oh, how is this important, or "Oh, it doesn't matter, I don't have to do that." The comb or brushes you use, is very, very important if you want to achieve a very, very good and admirable wig after styling. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, compliment of the season. So in today's video I'll be talking about the different types of brushes, combs that is best for your straight, coily, bouncy coil, body wave, kinky straight as well. So let's get right into the video. So the first one I want to talk about is for straight hairs. Yes, brushes are best for straight hair, and also comb, which I will explain the one for comb later. So you need brushes for your straight hairs, and there are different types of brushes. We have the Brazilian brush, we have the we also have the blow drying brush as well, which I will leave pictures for you to see how it looks like. That blow drying brush is very, very important, especially when you are blow drying your straight hair, because it makes it very silky, it makes it very relaxed. In fact, there are some times that when you just use that blow drying brush to blow dry your straight hair, you don't even need to straighten it with straightener again. Yes, especially when especially the days when you are lazy in straightening your hair, or you don't have that time, or you don't want to straighten your hair too much, because too much heat for straight hair is not also advisable. So this brush is one brush that is also very, very important, that will do the job perfectly for you, because it makes it relax, it makes it silky, it makes it silky, shiny, and give you that straight hair that you desire. So brushes are very, very important. Like, if you don't have a brush, please try and get one. And the ones I'll be talking about, which I'll be leaving pictures, the Brazilian brush, they are very, very important. It's a must have if you have a straight hair, and they are not so expensive. So it's not something that you give excuse, oh, it's too expensive, I cannot buy it. Although it comes in different ranges, or it comes in different price range, but the prices are not so ridiculous. Then you also need a tail comb as well for your straight hair. Tail comb also is very, very important as well for your straight hair. But one thing I would say is that tail combs are good after you might have used your brush to brush the hair, because those brushes detangles the straight hair fast. It makes it easy for you to brush. So it's not advisable you use your tail comb immediately. That's from the beginning, maybe when you are just brushing your straight hair for the first time, because it might get it, because sometimes straight hair can be tangling, but it can tangle, or when you, after wearing it, it's just all over the place. So you need a brush first before you use your tail comb. So that tail comb will smoothen it, make it more relaxed, make it more silky, and make it stay in place. So you also need a tail comb. Like, that is what I do most of the time. After I might have brushed it with brush, I'll still use my tail comb. So it's very good as a finish, final look, or giving you that finished silky, relaxed, and shiny look that you desire in your straight hair. So that's it for straight hair. Let me move over to coily hairs. Best product that you need for your coily hair is, you need a brush. Yes, and also you need a white tooth comb. It's a must have when it comes to coily hair. Then let me start with white tooth comb. Why I love white tooth comb is that it detangles the coily hairs fast. Yes, coily hairs can be a bit prone to tangling fast. Maybe after wearing it for some time, or you wear it out, when you come back, or you just leave it, you not take care of it, you start noticing, even if it's human hair, now you start noticing some little tangling. So white tooth comb is very, very important, because it makes detangling your coily hair very, very fast. It gets the job done fast. It takes off those detangling strands that might have been on the hair. So it makes the job very easy for you. So you need it. It's very, very important. At first, I know we learn every day. I was always using brush, but when I I started using white tooth comb for my curly hair, it made, maintenance easy. And one thing I also love about a white tooth combs is that it helps in, it doesn't take off the coily hair, like it doesn't take off the coils from the curly hair. That is when you are combing it dry. If you use brush to brush your curly hair when it's dry, it will just take off the coils totally from the coily hair. But white tooth comb doesn't do that. So it's good for, like, especially for blend hairs. So it's very, very nice and good for blend hairs, that maybe if you want to comb your blend hair, you want to detangle it, white tooth comb is advisable to use it, because it doesn't take off the coils entirely from the curly hair. So you need the white tooth comb to help in preventing your it helps faster, it helps making detangling your curly hair when it is dry very, very easy as well. And it also reduce shedding of that curly hair, especially when you have a curly hair that sheds. This white tooth comb is very, very important, because it will help in, it reduces the shedding of any curly hair. So white tooth comb is important, is a must have, and it's not expensive. You can get it from as low as 300, 500 naira. It just depends, and they also come, it depends on the size, but I will leave the particular one that I am talking about. So the next one is brushes for curly hair, and we have different types of brushes for curly hair. Brazilian brush also is good. Then also the octopus brush as well is also good for your curly hair. But one thing I've observed about brushes for curly hair is that they are best when they are best used when your curly hair is wet. Yes, that is when it's able to use brushes, especially that octopus brush, because it helps in bringing back the coils. Brings back the coils faster compared to white tooth comb. Fine, white tooth comb will do the job, but it's better used when dry. Then for wetness of that curly hair, brushes are always very advisable to use, make the coils pop more, especially that octopus brush is very, very good when you use it for, after when your curly hair is wet, it brings back the coils. So if you have a curly hair, or you have curly hairs, I will advise you have your white tooth comb, and you also have your brush, and make it very easy for you to maintain. So that's it for coily hair. Let me go over to bouncy coils. Yes, bouncy coil is one hair that is kind of very, very technical when it comes to the maintenance, or when it comes to the styling. And it's because the coils are very, very big and loose, so you have to be very careful, or you have to be conscious of the type of comb or brushes that you use in styling your bouncy coil. And there are two type of comb and brushes. You either use white tooth comb as well, and you can also use a wave comb as well. A wave comb is that one that kind of have a curvy shape. I use that as well. Then the white tooth comb is also good. Then brush too as well, you can use a brush, you can use the Brazilian brush as well. But one thing that when it comes to using brush for your bouncy coil, you have to be very, very careful, because bouncy coils tends to, like I said earlier, gets weak. The coils are very big and loose, so it depends on the type of it depends on the type of bouncy coil that you have, that will determine if you will use brush. Because it's not all bouncy coils that are very, very that remains bouncy after using brush, or after using brush to brush them. So you have to be very careful with that. Study the kind of bouncy coil that you have before you use brush on it, because if you use brush, it might just end up bringing, it will end up making the bouncy coil to be loose, and to lose its wave, it will lose its coils. So you have to check out or know the type or know the extent, or know the texture, or how bouncy that hair is before you use brush for bouncy coil. So I don't always advise people to use brushes for their bouncy coil when you know that that bouncy coil is not really bouncy enough, or the coils is very very loose. So it's better to be on the safe side. You use your white tooth comb, or you use a wave comb for your bouncy coil. Yes, you can only use brush to brush it, or to smoothen it in the upper parts of your bouncy coil, because you know that like this part is not always a bouncy. So but when you are brushing the coils, is better you go for white tooth comb or wave comb, because that will help in retaining the bounce of that coils. So now we'll just talk about is for body wave. Yes, body wave is also like kind of loose, so you can still use other first brushes that I have talked about. That's Brazilian brush is still okay to use. Then you can also still use wave combs as well, because it's not entirely straight, so you can still use wave combs and also use a white tooth comb for them. For kinky straight, you can also use I forgot to add this as well, you can still use your normal Brazilian brush for your kinky straight as well. So these are some of the very very important the best brushes and combs for every texture of hair that you, or wig that you have, because you don't just use anyhow thing when it comes to styling. If you really want that wig or that hair texture to come out very nice and well styled, so be cautious of the kind of combs and the kind of brushes that you use. So that's it for this video. I hope you find this video helpful, educative, and also informative as well. And if there's any question you'd like to ask relating to this video, feel free to ask me in the comment section. And also, if you have any contribution as well, maybe that I did not talk about, you can also make your contribution in the comment section. Like I always say, I don't know it all in this channel, so your contributions are always welcome as well. So that's it for this video. But before you click off, if you have watched to this point and you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button to join the family, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a new video. Share this video so all might find it helpful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.